Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of February, but as you can see, we're not actually on the allotment. And there's a reason for that, and let me show you. And there you see the reason that we're not on the plot. The rain is coming down, the rain clouds overhead look very, very ominous. It's really not the sort of day when I want to be out and digging. So I guess we're staying home. Well, yes, so you can see that I didn't really fancy going out in that, so we've stayed home today. But I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks, but things have been going on. I actually went back to my old plot to see about getting everything packed up there and getting ready to hand my keys in. So it was a bit of an experience to really say goodbye to my old plot. I hadn't been there for quite a few months, so I didn't know what to expect. So this is what I found. We've actually come back to the old plot today because I'm going to be making some final preparations to clear away what I want from this, because my lease on this is coming towards the end. I've obviously been spending time on the new plot and getting that dug, but this one has been neglected and I need to do something about that. I thought long and hard actually about whether or not I should just say, you know what, I'll dump everything and not go to the cost of moving it, because to move everything would be a van. So I thought about it and I thought, well, actually I've built up quite a lot of infrastructure. I mean, there's things like the bins, there's things like the pallets, there's all of the canes, which are too big to go into, I mean, these are 7-8 foot tall. So overall, I thought with all the pots and everything else that's here, yes, it was worthwhile moving everything. I mean, there's the deck chairs that I want to move. That's a plan that never really came into fruition. So that's going to be the plan for next weekend. I'm going to be shifting the lot. What today is about is really getting everything ready to shift. If I show you, there's a load of pots here that have dead chilies in them. So I'll reclaim the pots and take those with me. There's other stuff that I can just throw away. It's just a case of really getting tidied up. So that's what I've come down here today to do. Amazingly, some of the brassicas have survived. I've got a cabbage down here. I've got some early purple sprouting broccoli, which will be coming through quite soon. There's a red cabbage, and there's another purple sprouting broccoli, which isn't doing quite so well, but it's amazing that some of these survived. You can see that some of the leeks there survived as well. These are not going to be any good, but they're too small. But they saw it through the winter. These were the Brussels sprouts that were sorely abused and didn't do very well. I think they're going to seed now. I'm going to be trying a lot better with Brussels sprouts. This has been a useful learning exercise to hopefully teach me what to do with my lovely brassica soil on my new plot. Yeah, so everything was ready, and so we got a van together and loaded everything up into the van and got to the new plot and started to unload. Well, we've now brought down everything from the old plot to the new plot, and you see that it's inside my shed. But as we get closer to it, you can see that my potatoes are preserving nicely and haven't started to get white shoots. Hopefully we'll have some chits. There's a little bit of activity with the garlic, which has only been 2 weeks, which is surprising me. But the main thing, there's not a lot of room for anything else, is there? Could it be that we're going to need a bigger shed? Yeah. We might need a bigger shed. I'm going to have to start making plans and figuring out where to put everything. Really and truly, today was the day when I wanted to get back up to the plots so that I could start to get things a little bit more organised on the plot, so that I could also get some digging and preparing for my bean beds. My bean bed and my brassica bed are the two that are not yet properly dug over. I've gone over it once, but I want to go over it again and get as much out as I possibly can. That's the one with the cover on. But it looks as if the weather hasn't allowed me to do that today. But yesterday I did use the time constructively, because there was some more planting to be done, and we can also take a look at the other seedlings that I've got. The not so good story is the onions, the Kelsey onions. It was Chris Musell that said the onions looked as if they're getting a bit leggy. Well, he's not wrong. What this has taught me is that if I'm going to do early planting and January planting in particular, what I've got to do is I've got to have grow lights. I'll talk about that in a second, but I've been watching Jamie's channel, and the difference between his onions, which have been brought up with grow lights and also started with a heat pad, and these sorry specimens is quite stark. So I'm now learning about winter growing, and these are important lessons to learn. So I'll be prepared another time. What I'm actually going to do is all of the onions that sort of haven't come through, because they haven't got enough sun, I'm going to put another seed in now, and I'm sort of 6 weeks behind where I should be, but the sun is a little bit higher in the sky now and is also out for longer. So I'm going to plant some more Kelsey seeds and we'll see where we get to by the end of the season. I've just done exactly the same with the yellow Rinsberger onion seeds as well, because they're very, very sorry for themselves. So I've gone around and make sure that there are 2 new seeds in each little pocket, and so I'm going to water those and we'll see what happens. Well, what I've done is I've got one of these seed trays that have got 5 cells going across, and I've got 3 of these, and in each one I'm going to put some flowers in. So we're sort of 2/3 of the way through February now, and so I'm going to plant some carnations, some marigolds. So I've got African marigolds and French marigolds. Now, the idea with the marigolds is that they are largely going to be hopefully a sacrifice crop, so that anything that likes to eat my brassicas will prefer to munch on my marigolds. It'd be nice if I've got 1 or 2 left, because they do actually look really pretty. And the carnations I'm hopefully growing so that they can be shown at our local village produce show. I've never grown flowers before. This is a first for me, so we're going to get going and see how we get on. These are the carnations that I've planted. So my carnations are next to my leeks, and next to them are my African marigolds. So they've just been planted. They're now in the most sunny window that we've got. So let's see how they get on. Curiously enough, my leeks are actually faring an awful lot better than my onions. Now, I don't know if that's just that leeks are a lot tougher plants than onions. I know that leeks are very tough plants, but whatever the reason, they're not quite so leggy. I mean, they're still not brilliant, and it's looking to me as if planting these in February wasn't such a bad idea last year. So it's all a learning experience, but these do seem to be doing slightly better. Of course, no updates complete without a look at my chilies. I've got a little bit of unhappy leaves going on some of these, so I've got some chili feed that I'm going to give them. And this is actually quite exciting. I know sort of a lot of what I've been saying today is all about doom and gloom with the seeds, but if you can see that, there's now 4 chilies that have ripened on this lemon drop chili, and the chilies are really gorgeous. So really happy about that as well. It's time to be potting on the others, but so far with the chilies we're doing good. And that really does bring us up to date. The thing that I really need to do is get on the plot and get some digging done. I've handed in my keys to my old plot, so now that all that remains is to press ahead with this season. And I guess I shall see you next time to show you how I'm getting on, and maybe then I will be on the allotment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.